2 Powerwalls. Leased, run about $122 a month in year 1. Apply 1 credit and your out-of-pocket drops to roughly $35. So why is Tesla handing back $87 every month to put batteries in your garage? Good morning, this is Ken. Here is the conclusion first. Not everyone gets 35. This is a conditional number, limited to parts of Texas where you can choose your electricity provider. And Tesla is shifting from selling batteries to aggregating the electricity in your home. 4 things will be clear today. How $120 becomes an effective $35. What Tesla gets in exchange for that $87. Where the recurring revenue actually comes from, and how far this model can travel outside Texas. One note before we start. Today mixes published terms with my own analysis. Whether Tesla actually makes money on this arrangement has not been disclosed. The colors on screen separate the two. Start with the lease itself. 2 Powerwall units, about $112 a month in the first year. Installation is marketed as 0, but there is a one-time $100 order fee, and the lease carries a 3% annual escalator. Then the credit lands on top. Enroll in the Tesla Electric Backup Plan and you qualify for an $87 monthly credit. 122 minus 87 leaves roughly 35 plus tax. That is where the headline number comes from. But the conditions are real. It is limited to Texas areas with retail electric choice. Solar panels are not eligible for this lease. And 35 is a first-year number. The 3% escalator moves it every year after that. There is a bigger condition. The credit is not automatic and it is not permanent. It begins only after installation, after permission to operate, and after you are enrolled. And you have to stay enrolled in Tesla Electric to keep it. Drop out and you are back to the full lease. Which leaves the question. Tesla is handing back $87 every month and still wants the batteries on your wall. Why? The answer is in what Tesla receives instead. One thing to establish first. A Powerwall does not generate electricity. It stores it and releases it when needed. Charge when power is cheap, discharge when it is expensive, and the spread becomes value. Who decides when that happens is the heart of today's video. One Powerwall is a home battery. Thousands of them dispatched together are something else. When the grid runs short, they can all discharge at once. That is a virtual power plant. Under this lease, Tesla holds the dispatch rights. And this is not a concept. Tesla Electric is an operating retail electricity provider in Texas. This is the first time Tesla has bundled home storage with a retail electricity plan. Tesla sells you the power, and Tesla owns the box that stores it. So here is the trade. In exchange for that 87, Tesla receives 3 things. 1. The right to decide when the batteries charge and discharge. 2. A recurring electricity bill. 3. A customer who is harder to lose. That third one does the work. The day you want a different electricity provider, the credit disappears. Your backup power suddenly costs a great deal more. And because the lease escalates 3% a year, that gap widens over time. There are real benefits on the customer side. Tesla keeps a minimum 20% reserve in the batteries at all times. Your backup is never fully drained for grid duty. Stormwatch charges the batteries to full before severe weather arrives. You are covered before the outage starts. From the grid side, the picture changes. On a summer evening, when supply runs tight, power flows back from thousands of homes at once. Capacity increases without building a plant. A box on the side of a house has become part of the grid. So the structure looks like this. The homeowner gets backup without a 5-figure check. The grid gets capacity without new construction. Tesla gets dispatch rights and a recurring bill. 3 sets of interests meeting on one box. Here is the honest part. Whether Tesla actually profits from this has not been disclosed. Tesla gives back 87, carries the hardware, and covers installation. Whether electricity margin and VPP revenue recover, that is not public. This is not analysis. It is simply unknown. To summarize the constraints: Texas only, retail choice areas only. You must stay enrolled in Tesla Electric. The lease rises 3% a year. Solar panels are excluded. And Tesla, not you, controls the batteries. Now, how far does this model travel? Japan is a useful test. On August 3, 2026, Tesla began selling Powerwall 3 in Japan. 9.6 kilowatts of output, 14.4 kilowatt hours of capacity, with the solar inverter built into the unit. The bigger change in Japan is subsidies. Powerwall 2 was never registered under the equipment scheme that local subsidies require. Choosing Tesla meant giving up the subsidy. Powerwall 3 completed that registration on July 31. In Tokyo, that unlocks up to 1.2 million yen, roughly $8,000. Here is the part that matters for the model. Neither the lease nor Tesla Electric exists in Japan. Japan gets the product, not the platform, which tells you something. The 35 figure is not really about hardware pricing. It only works where Tesla is allowed to sell the electricity too. So, to close, the effective 35 was never a price cut. It is the entry price for dispatch rights and a recurring electricity bill. Tesla is moving from battery manufacturer to a platform that aggregates household power. Watch which markets get the platform, not just the product. On this channel, we look past Tesla's products and into the business structures underneath them. Who is receiving what behind a number that looks cheap? If that is what you want to keep checking, subscribe and stay with it. That is all for today. If this video was useful, a like really helps. I post new videos here regularly, and if you follow along, you will have most of what matters about Tesla covered. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. Thank you for watching, and let us keep life with Tesla.
Before we wrap up, let me take a moment to introduce myself. I drive a Tesla Model Y, and at home I've installed a Tesla Powerwall, so I actually charge my car with solar energy. I truly believe Tesla is shaping the future, and that's why I share the latest news and insights here on this channel. I'm from Japan, but I want to connect with Tesla fans all around the world. That's why I also create an English version of my videos. YouTube now lets you switch the audio into your own language, so you can enjoy it in whatever language you prefer. Most of all, I'd love to connect with Tesla fans everywhere so we can support Tesla together. I also share updates on X, so feel free to follow me there and let's connect. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.